Hey everybody, Lucy here. I wanted to go over the last two modules, modules 14 and 15, and just congratulate everybody on all your hard work and hard effort through this summer class. I know there was a lot to cover, and congratulations on getting through the class. So I'm going to click on modules, and I'm going to scroll down to module 14. Module 14 is the only module or chapter where we look at computer systems and information technology. And this is very important because you have a computer system, a computer at home, and you have access to it even at the local library or at the university library, and then you have computers at work. So it's very, very important because companies are looking for people with technical skills, and so even your multimedia assignments in this class have helped you. Okay, how do I do like an audio video recording or a presentation, a video presentation? Where do I look at the camera? How do I set my audio control, my sound control, my lighting? All of that's going to help you, and especially if you have a Skype interview, it'll help you with that. But let's just look here, using technology to manage information. We talk about the difference between hardware and software. We also talk about disaster recovery and backup, because anything can happen even at home or at work. You could have a hard freeze, a lightning strike, a tsunami, a hurricane, tornado, a flood that can damage your electronics or your computers. So it's very important to be backing up your important files. And some ways I recommend, or you can email the files to yourself, and that way even if your laptop got ran over, you could immediately go to any library, any other person's computer, and pull up your important files. Important files meaning like your resume, papers for work, reports that you have to write for work, papers for school. So you want to be backing this up. So I recommend emailing these files to yourself. You can create a folder that says important files, work files, school files, Miami files, and then you always have that in your email account, as well as I use Google email. It's free, and I love Google Calendar. I put in Google Calendar all my personal and professional appointments or reminders, not just appointments, just reminders if I have some due dates of things. So you want to be backing things up like that is very, very important. And so let's look at what else you got going on in this module. You do have your presentations and demonstrations, your audio presentation, your, it's actually coming on. And then you also have your, Prezi presentation. This is a presentation that I use in the face-to-face classes. It may take us a second to load. But once it's there, oftentimes, I do put some other resources, supplemental and enrichment files, sometimes in these as well. And then you also have your required readings. You should be reading and studying your chapter material. Each module goes along with the chapter in your textbook. So module 14 goes with chapter 14. Just a couple of resources here. You can also find your own, and I encourage you to do so. Let's look at the discussion forum. This is an experiential learning discussion where I want you to go and interview someone who's in the IT field as a career. And from here, you have several questions I want you to ask them, and then I want you to reflect on if this is a type of career that you'd be interested in. This is the module outcomes that are associated with this discussion forum that show you how this activity aligns with your module and learning outcomes. And don't forget to post to at least one other classmate's posting. Let's get talking on these forums and interacting as a group in a class. You have a module 14 quiz, and module 14 and module 15 are going to be due on, scroll back down, are going to be due on Saturday, August the 5th. So keep that in mind. It's not Sunday. The last day of class is the 5th on a Saturday, August the 5th. So you want to make sure you get that in on time. Now let's look at module 15, understanding accounting and financial statements. So we look at all different business disciplines in this class. So the last one will be accounting and financial statements. And here we're going to look at accounting as a profession, because I think it's real important to to not only infuse the academic and learning objectives, but also look at career objectives and outcomes, because that's the whole point of going to college, is to have better careers, better opportunities, make more money, have a better quality of life. And I really like it when you infuse your own experiences into the assignments where applicable. I really like hearing that from you, and I think that's important for you to reflect on where you've been and where you're going as a professional. So we're going to look at kind of the main things. It does talk about budgeting and international accounting practice around, as well as domestic in the U.S., and some of the policies in place to make sure that accountants are behaving ethically. Enron was one of the huge scandals about how accountants, defrauded the company, and it was a great company in Houston, and I remember going to an Enron festival in like April when I lived in Houston. I lived in Houston about 17 years, and Enron was real big when I was there at one time. And so if you're interested in finding more about a company that was like there's been lots of others since Enron, car companies, banks that have been bailed out, but there's some policies in place for companies to adhere to, and they don't always do that, but they are in place to keep from fraudulent activity happening. So if you're interested in learning more about those type of companies and the history of some of the things, the accounting practices, Enron would be one that I would recommend. And there's others too out there that you've heard of as well. And you have financial ratio analysis that we're going to be doing in this module. And don't be scared of that. You do have quite a bit of resources available to you. You have quite a bit of that for you to click on. And then, so what I would like for you to do is, for your financial ratio analysis, you're going to be using the Panera Bread annual report. And in this annual report, you're going to be looking at the balance sheet and the income statement, and those are going to be on pages 43 and 44. And I want you to calculate three of the ratios. Profitability ratio, leverage ratio, liquidity, or more precise, the net profit margin, the debt ratio, and liquidity. These ratios can be found, or these formulas can be found in your chapter 15. So if you're using your text, you can just easily go to chapter 15 and find them. If you're not, you'll have to kind of, Google them or email me and I can help you with that too. But here is your rubric. So be sure that you are clicking on the blue links and that you are really reading how this rubric is going to be grading you. But so one of the main things, number 4 and 5, 4 is really part of E on 5, but you want to be submitting your answer in these steps. Write out the name of the ratio, write out the formula, the actual formula, fill in the formula with the correct numbers, calculate your answer, and then give a brief analysis on your opinion of how well the company is doing. So with Panera Bread, their most recent annual report, which you can find on any company's website under the link at the bottom of the page that says Investor Relations. So that's where you can locate that on any company if you're looking for an annual report to do a company presentation. So you want to get that done, and if you have any questions about that, please let me know. And then you also have a couple of extra credit options. The Miami University end of course evaluations are now out. These evaluations are very important. I do appreciate your feedback on how the course worked with you, and me as your instructor, I appreciate your time and feedback on that. Please take a few minutes to complete this. They are available now. If 90% of the class completes this survey, everyone will receive 5 extra credit points to their final exam grade. And essentially you just find it, you go to your My Miami account, and you go to your schedule, and there'll be a link that says course evaluations, and that's where you go in to submit all of your summer class course evaluations. You also have another opportunity to do extra credit, And this is a study that I'm doing for Miami University as part of their Alumni Teaching Scholars program. And if you click here, you will get access to that. But you have to answer all the questions, and you have like multiple pages, so you'll have to kind of go through and go to the next page. Be sure and click submit. You'll go through all the pages and then click submit. It shouldn't take no more than I don't think it'll take no more than 5 minutes to complete this survey. But then you want to do a screenshot of where it says thank you for completing the survey, and kind of upload your file here, and that way I know you took it. If you would rather have your 5 extra points applied to a different exam other than exam 3, please just let me know and I'll definitely apply it there. If you don't have enough points, just say you made 100 on an exam. I will apply the extra credit points to somewhere else, to another exam or somewhere where you can use it. So don't worry about that. So that is it for modules 14 and 15. They're very different. One's on technology and one's on accounting and financial statements. And again, the module 15 is also getting you used to looking at financial statements, so this is also helping you with that. So just going through the Panera Bread annual report, helps you kind of get more familiar with financial statements and reports. Keep in mind that this report has so much other information in it too. So again, if you're ever needing to do a presentation on a company, please go to their annual report. And I just want to show you something. Let's see here. I can show you where you can locate that. So on any company's website, if you go to their website and you scroll down to the bottom of the page, I've always found it here, there's going to be a link that says Investor Relations. See, our company, you click on that, and then from there, you want to look for something that, you have to do a little research, little digging, but you'll find it. Something that says financial reports. And then look for annual reports, and here you will find their most recent one out. I'm not sure, they should have out 2016, but they don't, because we are going on into 2018, and there is a bit of a lag getting these reports out. But I highly recommend this if you're doing a report or a presentation on a company, or it has some sort of company component. Use the company's annual report. It gives a SWOT analysis in the report, tells them their risk, their competition, their competitor analysis. It gives you everything, not just their financial analysis. So yeah, I mean, that's it. Thank you so much for all of your hard work and a great semester. If you have any questions about anything, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. And I hope to see you all in a future class. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.